Okay, so now we've painted this beautiful picture of the new Barcelona and all the fantastic things that have happened so far this season. Now comes the issues again, Paul, for Barcelona, and the issues surrounding Gavi's registration. Just explain exactly what the problem is here and what it might mean, please.
So basically, the problem is, or the situation is that when Gavi's agents negotiated his contract extension with Barcelona, that was made official last September, if I'm not wrong. Basically, one of the things that Gavi's camp included on that deal is that if he wasn't registered as a first-team player in La Liga's books by the next June 30th, by the end of June, basically, he would be allowed to live on a free, basically, to sort his future in his own way. Barcelona thought or believed basically that they had everything just to register him as a first-team player easily, but the change of rules that La Liga had on his own rules last November and December basically tricked things for Barcelona, and the calculations that they made were not good enough yet. And when they tried to register Gavi, La Liga said that it wasn't enough. Then Barcelona appealed to that decision to a court here in Barcelona, in Spain, and a judge believed that Barcelona had to be granted, like, with a provisional permit to inscribe Gavi as a La Liga player, and then next summer discuss it again. That was the position that we had, like, in January, and that's why Gavi can play now with number 6 on his back, because he's a first-team player. He had been registered with that temporary permit that the Spanish court just granted Barcelona. But like last week, La Liga claimed back to the judge that Barcelona didn't file the documentation, didn't submit the documentation to defend their case over the Gavi registration on time. Basically, they missed a deadline, and the judge checked all the case, and he agreed with La Liga that they misplaced, like, their documentation. It's not a matter of Barcelona are right or wrong. It's just that they failed to submit the documentation within a deadline. And with that, so there's the provisional decision that the case is basically gone. So La Liga is entitled to unregister Gavi because there's no case now. I don't know if I have explained myself in an appropriate way, but Barcelona are still, like, from their side, considering that they didn't miss a deadline, that it's just like a misunderstanding with reading, like, the time frames. So they're gonna appeal back again with another appeal, and, like, the legal battle is gonna keep going, basically. But it shows, like, a deeper picture here, which is like the cold battle, like the Cold War with Barca and La Liga, going to, like, the court, reporting and just sending, like, appeals and files just to fight over this registration. But basically, the point now is that Gavi has been unregistered, not because Barcelona has lost the case, just because La Liga claims that they missed a deadline, basically. Okay. So we'll have to see how it goes from here.
Yeah, it definitely sounds like there's going to be more on this in the coming weeks and months as it develops. I mean, Laia, it seems incredible that La Liga would go into battle against Barcelona on this sort of technicality, but does it show a lingering annoyance maybe that's been left over from everything that happened last summer and the way that Barcelona managed to get around all the rules in the end to register all these players? What's the source of the issue between La Liga and Barcelona?
Yeah, I think everything began when Real Madrid and Barca went together in the creation of the Super League, I would say, because like, Tebas wasn't that into that. I think maybe he felt like Florentino and Laporta they thought that they were above like Tebas. And I mean, like, the relationship between Tebas and Laporta is not the best since that, I would say, since 2 years ago. They had problems also with the Leo Messi case, because like, Laporta did say that the fault was from Javier Tebas, because La Liga didn't want to just inscribe Leo Messi as a La Liga player. Then Javi Tebas said that, like the opposite thing. So yeah, I think maybe they don't have like the best relationship, and maybe that's one thing that it's punishing Barca. But I think that maybe Tebas, it's closer to just try to make things easier for Barca, because at the end of the day, Barca and Real Madrid are La Liga. So if La Liga wants to be a really a business, like the money they took to, it's from Barca and Real Madrid. So they need Barca to be as good as they can and Real Madrid to be as good as they can, even if maybe they in public statements say that like the opposite thing. But yeah, I think maybe La Liga would be closer to help Barca, because like the feeling that everybody has is Barca is falling apart like a club. Like they are losing a lot of big players, and I don't think they can assume to lose another one. And also, I can imagine like Gavi wanting to leave Barca. So I think that everything that he could do about it, he will do it. I mean, you just have to watch like the game that Barca played at San Mamés. He was so frustrated at the pitch, just hitting his head against the floor when Athletic Club almost score a goal. So yeah, I don't think it's gonna be a thing about money and about inscribing the player. I mean, he's like a team player, so he would do whatever it takes to be there.
Yeah, the other thing with this, Paul, is how realistic is it that Gavi could actually leave for free? I mean, there's obviously the chance that this gets sorted before the end of the season and before the window opens, but you know, what is the opportunity for other clubs to go and nick him now?
I think right now it's not that realistic. I think that no one in Barcelona contemplates a scenario with Gavi not playing at the Spotify Camp Nou next season. As I was saying, the players can kind of use this clause as a tool, basically, to make sure that his case is going to be taken care of and that Barcelona is going to make the best out of themselves to register him as a first-team player. But Gavi is very happy at the club. He's very settled at the dressing room. Their thoughts and their beliefs and their minds are set that he's on the best place that he could be career-wise. And Barcelona, basically, what we got is that they will do whatever it takes to keep Gavi here, and they will make sure to the player that he doesn't have to worry about anything, and that they will work out it on the best possible way. The first step that they're going to do, as we said before, is another appeal to a higher court in Spain to see if that can be like if a judge can force La Liga to register him again, which at some point is going to drive me crazy. But yeah, let's see. Let's see what is going to happen. But I think that that right now no one in Barcelona thinks or explores the future without Gavi, and I think that I mean he wants to stay, and he's happy at the club. So the most sensible thing to think at the moment is that Gavi is going to stay at the Camp Nou.